Hi everyone, this is Cindy Crane the Heart, and I am so excited today to be doing a collab with Jamie over at the Not Too Shabby Shop. So today we are using the Sparkle and Shine. It's a new group of products from Jamie. If you get the I Want It All bundle, it comes with this really large 6x8 stamp set, and then there is the stencil, the ephemera, and the paper, and then as an add-on you could get the dies. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using a few other various products which I'll talk about when I get into it. So right now we are going to be making this cute acetate card, and so it kind of has that little kind of shop feel to it, and it has this little hidden little tag that you can go ahead and write a message, and it's done in such a way that once I get it in there right away, it looks like it blends right into the background. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this one. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a piece of cardstock that measures 5.5 by 4.25, and then you're going to need your acetate, and the acetate measures 5 3/4, actually I think it's 6 by 4.25, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to score this on top. Then you're also going to need for your top here, your awning, I measured this, I think it was like 1 3/4 by 4.25, and then I went ahead and I used my scallop punch. You don't have to, but that's what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my scoreboard. So with my scoreboard, I am going to score, I'm sorry, it is 5 3/4. So I am going to score at 5.5. So I'm going to score at 5.5. And that gives me this little piece. I'm going to fold over, and I'm going to run over that crease. Okay, so there's that. And then I've got this piece, and so it was 1 3/4 by 4.25, and then I just did the scallop on one side. I used a punch. You could use a die. Maybe you don't even want that, so you could just leave it squared off if you'd like. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I am going to score it at 1 1.25. So that gives me this folded over edge. Okay. That down for now. All right, so now I have my acetate and this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take some score tape. I'm using score tape, or your double-sided tape, and you're going to put tape on the inside. And take the tape off, and you're going to go ahead and kind of fold it over, and then that kind of makes your card front. And sometimes you need to use this bone folder to kind of straighten it all out, because acetate can be kind of a pita to work with. So kind of do it like that. Go. So if you need to trim off a little bit off of the bottom, you can do that. I might do that later. You've got this piece. So what you're going to do with this piece is you're going to go ahead and you're going to put your score tape on that part that you scored. And you can make the scored part as big and small as you want. I just wanted my awning to be long enough. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of fold this over a little bit. And then what you're going to do with this is then you're going to line this up. And this folds over like that. Okay. And so now you've got your piece right there. So now I've got my 2 pieces that I'm going to use for my inside of my little shop window. So we're going to do basically 2 different types of shop window cards. So I'm going to use a little bit of glue because that's what I've got right now. And so this is going to go in the top up here. And this is going to go at the bottom. So this was a really fun card to make. I had a lot of fun designing this one. And we'll go ahead and now we've got this piece right here, and this is going to go right across to kind of give it that, you know, that kind of wallpaper type feel. Okay, so there we go with that. Now we have our little guy in the tub. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put foam tape, but just along the bottom. Just along the bottom right there. And I need to grab some scissors. Okay, so just along the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and put right here at the bottom. And then we've got our little cute little girl, and we're just going to put a little bit of foam tape at the bottom of her legs there. Okay, so kind of like that, because we want space at the top so that our little tag can kind of come through. So there we go. So there's our girl right there. All right. Now we have our pieces for our little tag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of put my tag in there. Now the tag measures, let's see, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So I'm going to kind of see how this is going to fit in. So then it's going to be like that, and this is going to fit over it. But what I want to do is I want to line up this piece with the little piece that's running across so that it looks, so you know, you're basically hiding this. So the way that you do that is you just kind of put your tag where you want it to go. And then you just kind of on one and line it up. I'm going to go ahead and snip that. All right, and then for this guy, I'm just going to put this right over the top like this. So I'm just going to put glue on these edges right here, and then that will hide that little part right there. So a little glue right there. And then we'll go ahead and we'll put this down. Okay, so we have that, and now I want to stamp this. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp a little sentiment inside. So I go ahead and put that down, and I've got my stamp set, which is this Cutie Patootie stamp set right here, and we're going to do the Wash Your Worries Away. Get that out of the way. So Wash Your Worries Away. And put it near the bottom right there. And I'm just using this Hero Arts. This is a little bit of a brighter like ink for me. Okay, let's do it twice. And okay. So way later. Okay, so now we've got our little guy right here. And so this is just going to fit right, tuck that right in here. And fit right there. It's kind of like a little hidden thing. And then the last thing we have is we have this little piece right here we're going to put. So and so there we go. We have our two, look at that, right? Isn't that cute? And then it's got this hidden little tag that you can put a little message. Okay, so now let's get into our second shop card. So the second shop card, we have all of our pieces here. So you're going to need an A2 size card. Then you're going to need a piece of cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 6. 4 1/4 by 6. And then you're going to go ahead and score it. So on this one, I scored it at let's see, I scored it at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Then I scored it again at 5 inches and 5.5 inches. So that's 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 5 inch, 5.5 inches. So that's what I scored it at. And then I just took a rectangle die. I use these, but you can use whatever you have. I have Nestabilities. I have a bunch of different ones. And you cut a window out. All right, so you're going to cut the window out, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to cut a piece of acetate that is going to fit this window. And you're going to go ahead and put your acetate behind the window. So I'm using a lot of the ephemera today for this project. Okay, and all right. So now I've got that, and so this is what it looks like. Okay. So then I've got my card, so I can kind of decide where things are going to go before I kind of put this down. So I'm going to be putting some paper behind it. So I think I'm going to do it like this. So I'm going to put some paper behind it so you can see paper in that window, because I'm going to cover up a blank spot. And I'm also going to do some stenciling. So I put that like kind of right here. Okay, so now I'm going to do some stenciling. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mask off some of this because I don't want ink, you know, everywhere. So there's that. So I'm going to kind of mask off some of this. And then I'm going to use that cute paw print stencil, which is right here. Okay, so I am just going to kind of lay this down, and I'm stenciling. I'm using this ink, Sparkling Rose from Pink Fresh, and a blending brush. You could use whatever you have. It doesn't have to, you know. And I'm wanting a little bit of color on here. That's all. And okay. So, whoops, I got a little bit on there. I'm going to rub it off. Okay, so just a little bit of stenciling on there. And just to kind of give it a little bit of something, I'm using the stencil. So now I'm going to take all of this off. And you can use it a little bit later. I reuse this masking tape. This is from, where this is from. I think it's Ulta New. Okay, so we have this. I'll rub some of this stuff off that we got on here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do our door. So this piece that I cut out, I just cut a smaller rectangle out to be my door. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue my door. And you can decorate the door however, you know, you want. There's lots of different ways that you could decorate the door. This is what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to do this. And then I've got this little piece that is from the collection. It's just a little ephemera piece that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put on the door. It's closed. And I'm going to do a doorknob, and my doorknob is going to be black. And I'm just using an enamel dot for the doorknob. There's that. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put score tape in a couple of places. So we're going to put it at the very top score line that we have, the one that is at 5.5 inches, and the one that's at 1/2 inch. Okay. So we're just going to do the bottom first. And so you're going to take that off, and then you're going to lay this, fold it in, and then just lay it here at the bottom. And so before we do the top, I'm going to go ahead and put my image. So my image is this right here. You see that little doggy's getting the full treatment. So the little doggy in the window. So that in the window. Like that. And then I'm going to have a little dog bowl I'm going to put right here. Okay, so now I'm going to fold this down, and I'm going to put this one, sorry. This one gets folded up like this, and then we're going to put this one down. And then I'll pull out like that. Okay, here we go. Okay. So now we're going to put this one down. Actually, I need to lift this up a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put this one down. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put it underneath my image. And there we go. Okay, so there's that. And now we have our awning. So the awning measures, let's see, 1, 2, I think it measured 2 3/4. So it's 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And then you score it at, let's see, where do we score it at? We scored it at 1 inch and then 1.5 inches. And so then you've got this kind of thing like this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to put tape right here, or glue. Actually, I think I'm going to do glue because glue will work on this. Either way is fine. Now we're going to go ahead and put this right at the top. And now we have this piece right here, which I'm going to put right here. So I'm just going to put glue on the bottom part of this oval. So I just stamped the Sparkle and Shine, which is from the collection. And then I use my oval punch. That. And a little bow. Okay. All right, so here is card number 2. So this is another way to do a shop card. This is a pop-out shop card. And it just folds up, and it goes right on an A2 size card. It folds so that you can put it into a regular A2 size envelope. So isn't that cute? I love how that came out. So here's this card right here. And then here are the cute other little acetate shop cards that we made. And these ones have the little hidden tag. So it's like totally hidden in there. It looks like it just, you would never know that it was there, right? There it is. And here's this one. And so fun. So you can find these products at the Not Too Shabby Shop. Make sure that you visit the Not Too Shabby Shop YouTube channel, because there will be a video there sharing what Jamie's making. So thank you so much for watching. This is Cindy Playing with the Heart.